Hey guys, so for today's video, I have my July favorites and regrets. I'm super excited for this because a lot of you guys noticed that I didn't do my June favorites and regrets, and I was really shocked by how many of you guys asked about it and noticed. I honestly didn't think anyone would notice, but you guys really love my favorites and regrets, and so do I. I love doing them, but June, I just really didn't have that many products, so I didn't want to half-ass a video. But July has been the month. I have found so many items that I love and also a few that haven't worked for me, so I'm really excited to share them with you guys. First things first, I want to talk about, of course, the Jaclyn and Morphe palette. I love this palette. I've been using it non-stop this month. I actually just filmed a one palette tutorial on this look. I love how versatile the colors are. I feel like you could create so many different looks, a warm look, a neutral look. There aren't too many cool shades in here, but I don't really use that many cool shades, so I don't really miss them. Beautiful pops of colors that I love, and they work so beautiful. And this shade right here, I believe is called Queen. This shade literally looks like it is 3D or something. It looks like it's alive when you apply it on the lid. You don't even need to wet the brush. It is so amazing. The quality of this is bomb and the shade range is amazing. So I feel like it's like a little dream palette. So I want to go into a couple priming products that I've really been loving. I've really been loving prepping and priming the skin because I don't know what it is, but my skin went from super oily to normal to oily, which now I feel like it's combination, because now I put on some foundations and my face just feels too dry. I don't know what's going on with my skin. My skin is changing. Again, like I said, now I feel like it's a little bit more combo, and I've really been needing some hydrating products lately, and this has really been working for me. This is the Urban Decay Makeup Rehab Prep. I love this. It makes your skin feel plump and hydrated and wet without feeling greasy. And I've been talking about this a lot lately, so I feel like you guys already know I love this, so I don't want to go in too much about it, but your girl loves it. I want to talk about the new Too Faced Hangover RX. Yeah, Hangover RX Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. I have been loving this. I will say I've only been using this for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. Yeah, maybe more like a week and a half, but I really love it so far. It smells amazing, but not only that, it feels really good on the skin. It's not lotiony, it's more of coconut water. It is very different than the coconut Marc Jacobs spray. The coconut Marc Jacobs spray is a little bit more lotiony, and I feel like I might like this one better. It gives my skin a beautiful lumosity without being too, definitely not luminous, just more of a healthy look. Yeah, definitely more of a healthy look. But it's just easy to apply since it is more water. The Marc Jacobs one, I love how that one looks on the face, and I still do use it when I want a little bit more. I feel like that one's a little bit more dewy, by the way. I feel like I'm talking super fast. I feel like that one's a little bit more dewy, but that one is a more lotiony, so it takes a little bit it takes a little bit more effort for me to apply it. I have to really shake that one to make sure it comes out of the nozzle nicely. But if you're interested on how maybe the two compare, I think that the Marc Jacobs one is a little bit more dewy and this one's a little bit less dewy, but I love how both of them look on the skin. So speaking of sprays, I have been using the heck. As you can see, it's almost halfway done. The heck out of this Glam Glow Setter spray. It smells so good. It smells like vanilla. It also really gives me a beautiful soft glow. I feel like it's not overly dewy. It's just this soft glow that goes over your skin. It looks so amazing, and I feel like the packaging is so pretty and so cute. I love, love, love it. I also quickly want to mention my top because I feel like a lot of you guys will ask about it. This is actually a, let me step up, a little Adidas sports bra, but I'm actually using it as a crop top. Oh well. I will go ahead and link it down below. But anyways, I really want to mention to you guys this amazing product. This is the, I still don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know, Ciate, I think it's Ciate, a dewy stick. This is so bomb, and so many of you guys have been messaging me and telling me that the e.l.f. Morning Dew stick is a good dupe for it. So I'm definitely gonna try that out. I just don't have it, but until I try them out and kind of compare them, I really love this. This is magical to me, and I'll tell you guys why. This is pretty much like a cream highlight, but it has no color to it. It's completely clear, as you can see. It almost looks like a clear chapstick type. You know what I'm saying? Just completely clear, translucent. But it blends out beautifully. When you put this on the face, it looks like, do you ever do your makeup and when you apply your foundation, you have that little slight glow to your skin and you look a little bit dewy? You don't look greasy. You just have that freshness, and then when you go ahead and powder and finish the rest of your makeup, you've put on so many products and powders and stuff that freshness kind of goes away. when I apply a little bit of this on the cheek, it just brings that freshness back. It makes me look like I have no powders on the skin, but I hope you guys get what I mean. It basically makes you look like fresh and hydrated without having to add actual color to highlight on the cheeks, which, I mean, I love highlighter, don't get me wrong. I love a good gold highlight, but this is awesome if you don't want color on the cheeks and you just want that fresh dew on the cheeks. I love, love, love this so much. So I really want to talk about a mascara that I have been loving and I know everyone has been hyping and obsessed with. This mascara is so bomb. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Mascara, Lash Paradise. This mascara is such an amazing dupe to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I did an entire video on it. I love how fluffy and voluminous this makes your lashes look. I do want to mention though, because I feel like a lot of people are caught up in how amazing this mascara is and they're forgetting to mention that this mascara does flake. Like, you have to be careful with it. Here's an example. I can wear this and I'll only get maybe 1 or 2 flakes. So it doesn't flake that much if you don't over apply it. So you have to mainly apply, like I would say, max 3 coats. If you go in with a 4th coat, you are gonna get quite a bit of flaking. And if you do apply falsies quite often, when you apply your falsies and you like, you know how you're like fixing your falsies and really shaping them, as you're shaping your falsies and putting them on and applying it, the mascara will flake down, like, because you're touching it. So keep that in mind. To me, it's not a huge deal because I honestly, if I'm applying my lashes that day, I just take a brush and it swipes right off, like it doesn't smudge or anything. But other than that, it will not flake a lot throughout the day, as long as you just keep it to a minimum of 2 to 3 coats of it. But I do really love this mascara. It makes your lashes look so fluffy, like you have these like natural fluffy wispy lashes. Really, really, really pretty. So I want to talk about 2 contour sticks that I've been obsessed with. I have loved these for a little while now, but for this month, for some reason, I've been obsessed with it. Actually, I tested out the KKW Beauty contour sticks, and I just felt like this was a really awesome dupe and actually even better quality than the KKW, and I'll tell you why. I personally love the KKW contour sticks. I feel like the formula is amazing. The only problem with, which I actually have the KKW stick here, so we'll talk about it. My only problem with this is that it actually is so blendable and so like a little bit waxy feeling, that it's so blendable that you almost, it makes it very easy to overblend. So there's like this very fine line when you go to blend out this product, that when you go to blend it out, you have again like that fine line where you might overblend it. And if you even by the slightest bit overblend it, that's it. It looks a bit patchy. You kind of have to be careful with, which I don't think that people want to be careful when you're cream contouring. You want to feel comfortable. Also, this is a very pricey product for the amount that you get. So I wouldn't tell you guys to go out and buy it right now, just because I feel like you have great alternatives that are more affordable. But I will say, I mean, I have them, I bought them, so I might as well use them. I really love the medium contour stick for the nose, just because it fits right in there so perfectly. And for some reason on the nose, it just blends out so beautifully, and I never have a problem with it looking patchy. It's only when I go to apply it around the face where I love it, but again, I have to be very careful not to overblend. So yeah, there's my kind of like little update on this product. And I also love how tiny it is, because I love to put it on the eyes and on the lips. So I have been really enjoying it, but I feel like these are amazing dupes, and I've actually been using these too, like all month, literally. I love them. This is the shade Oaks on You and Call Me Maple. I just love it. I use this more for bronzing, and this if I just want a little bit more of that extra shadow. I love these two. They blend out so easy and so amazing. They're very pigmented, very creamy. They last really long too. That's another thing. I feel like these last longer than the KKW Beauty. Just a really amazing drugstore contour stick that I've been obsessed with. So let's move on to concealer. This is the L'Oreal Pro Glow. I just tested this out in my last full face of first impression, but it's already been my favorite. This has been my go-to for a super fresh, natural looking under eye. If I want to go out in public, but I don't want to look super, you know, glam or just have heavy makeup or anything, which I've really been liking more natural makeup lately, especially more on the day-to-day basis, I just go for this. It looks so amazing. I like to call this the water concealer, which is funny because it has like a blue stripe on it. But this, yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a little water concealer. So it has like this watery consistency. So when you apply it, it just looks very fresh. Like there's no way possible you could put this on and it look cakey. It's not a cakey concealer at all. It isn't full coverage. It's definitely, I wouldn't even consider it light to medium. I would just say this is a light coverage concealer, super sheer. Even lighter coverage than the Becca concealers, you know, the ones that they came out, I can't remember the name, Aqua Luminous concealers. Definitely this is lighter coverage, but it looks really amazing. If you are older and you have more mature skin and you're worried about concealer kind of caking underneath the eyes and creasing a lot with under eye wrinkles, this is gonna be your best friend because this isn't going to cake or crease at all. I've really been loving it. So now I wanna go into lip products. I've been loving these two lip liners these past, what, like month and a half now. These are MAC lip liners. This one is in the shade Etc., which I don't see anybody talking about this shade, and I don't know why because it's such a bomb shade. Like, look at that. It's so bomb. It's like this really pretty, it's coming off super pinky on my hand, but it's not. It's like this really pretty neutral, more warm if you're a bit paler, but it's just such a beautiful lip liner. It's not too dark too, which sometimes I don't really want a dark lip liner. And then this one is Oak, which Oak is a bit deeper, more cool tone, but it's so beautiful too. I've just been really loving these two shades. So I have a new drugstore lip gloss that's been my absolute obsession. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in the shade 255 Sandstorm. You guys, this looks so beautiful. When you apply this on the lips, it's pretty sheer. It just gives you that beautiful, clear, slightly goldy, shimmery, slightly glossy look. Like, I don't even know what this is. I love to use this as a topper and just like top up my lip, and it just gives you that beautiful, wet looking gloss. Ugh, I'm obsessed with it, and I love, love, love the packaging too. So pretty. So for liquid lipsticks, I've actually been really obsessed with the Dose of Colors Supernatural liquid lipstick. So, so, so pretty. It's a beautiful, like, pale, warm shade. Oh, I can't even describe it. It's gorgeous. I'm actually wearing it today, but I'm also mixed it in with a little bit of Kylie Exposed, which kind of just reminded me how much I love this shade Exposed. It's so beautiful. It's a really pretty, it's a bit pinkier than Dose of Color Supernatural and definitely a bit darker, more of this beautiful mid-tone, warm neutral shade. So beautiful. I love, love, love these two, and I'm actually wearing them together on my lips today. Okay, so now we're on to that portion of the video where I talk about my regrets for the month. There's been quite a few products that have been a bit disappointing. I want to first talk about this Tarte Clay Stick. Clay Stick Foundation. When I first did a first impression on this, I loved it. It looked so beautiful on the skin. It just looked so good. But then the next time I tried it, I had a complete opposite experience with it. And then the next time I tried it again, I had a complete opposite experience again. So it just seems like every time I tested this out, I had like a new experience with it, even though I would use the same primers and stuff. I don't know, I guess I just can't get it right with this foundation. It's kind of like this weird, you ever test out a product where it's like, you don't hate it, but you don't love it, but you can't get it right? I don't know, I just can't get it right with this foundation. It doesn't work for me. So I also want to talk about another foundation. This is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation. When I saw that they were coming out with this, I was so excited because I am obsessed with the Luminous Silk. It's my fave foundation in terms of having like a really nice, soft, natural, kind of slightly luminous foundation. I love that one. It's my go-to. But I wasn't a fan of this, I gotta be honest with you. It just didn't excite me. There's nothing horribly wrong with this foundation, but there's nothing amazing about it either. It doesn't excite me. When I apply it, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm not excited. I also am not a fan of the shade range. The shade range is super weird. This shade says that it's supposed to be warm, but it's actually super cool tone and like kind of muddy on me. So if there's a foundation where I can't get the shade right, I mean, it's just gonna throw everything else off too. So next, let's talk mascaras. We have two high-end mascaras that I was definitely disappointed by. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. I just recently tried this and I was really disappointed because honestly, I didn't find that it did much to my lashes. My lashes were just kind of there. Like when I applied the mascara, it didn't really do much to them. And to me, this is a super expensive mascara, so you better really make my lashes look amazing. And I actually do really like this mascara, but the only problem with it is that it does flake a lot, and I actually get a lot of shadowing after a few hours wear of it, which I'm not a huge fan of course. This is the Tarte Lifted Mascara, and this is in a really beautiful brown shade, which is one of the main reasons why I loved it, because I would kind of pop it on before the gym or on a natural makeup day, but unfortunately it just doesn't work for me. It transfers a lot on the under eye. So this e.l.f. liquid liner was such a huge disappointment to me. I actually thought that the formula was pretty good, and there's a very sharp fine point to it. So if you need to do like detail work on the eye, this would work. But other than that, the brush is so stiff that when you go to work with it, it's just not practical, not user friendly. I'm not a huge fan. So last for my regrets, I have the Pore Vanishing Moisturizer Matte Hydrator and Primer from the Estee Edit. I did not like this at all. It really made my skin burn and almost like itch a little bit. Not intensely, I could still move on with the rest of my makeup look, but it did give my skin like this burning, itching feeling, and it was super fragrant. Like the smell of it, it smelled like it had perfume in it, which that just rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, just not a huge fan. And it sucks because I really haven't been able to find anything that I love from the Estee Edit brand. And I think a couple of you guys actually were telling me that they're discontinuing the brand now. So to me, honestly, it makes sense because every product I've tried from them, I'm just not a huge fan of. Yeah, just not a huge fan of this, especially in particular. So that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing what products I've been loving and not loving so much for the month of July. Don't forget to like, thumbs up the video if you want me to continue doing monthly favorites and regrets. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.